13th. Not so live feed. For tuning in as you do from time to time here and there. I am of course Dan, at least on paper, right there somewhere. Slightly different angle, slightly different show. Well, this is going to be a heavy PSX show, PlayStation Experience. We're going to talk about a lot of things, but we're going to throw a couple reviews in there. We're going to throw news in there. But you know, we always got to start the show with something funny. An oldie but a goodie. An oldie but a goodie. So, the PlayStation Experience. That happened. That was fun. Just got back a few days ago from Anaheim. And we're going to talk, but a lot of things happened. A lot of announcements. Things that you've probably read by now. So, let's just dive. Alright, we are going to talk TV and movie news. For starters, more news about the Venom movie. It seems that Woody Harrelson is being rumored for some type of henchman role. That shot's awesome as is with Venom and Carnage. We already talked that Carnage seems like it's going to be the main villain in this. But Woody Harrelson as maybe like a lead henchman of some sort, but I can't. Ooh, that sounds awesome. He's a good actor. I don't see anything wrong with that. We got Tom Hardy still as Venom. Carnage has been rumored by a couple people. That one guy from Star Wars I talked about a few weeks ago, don't remember his name. But that's some interesting news. Something to, digest. Speaking of Fox, apparently, because, they're the ones behind the Venom movie. So, Disney, Fox, they're having this deal going on that might be finalized as of tomorrow, Thursday, the 14th, where Disney will own Fox. Let that sink in for a second if you didn't know about that already. There's a lot of potential, but then, again, that mouse is owning one more giant property. And does he really... I don't... If we somehow get Deadpool Wolverine out of this, why not? As long as it's Reynolds and Jackman, but this could shake up a lot of things. It'll be really interesting to see what this actually will do to both of these companies, so we're going to have to stay tuned and follow that one, of course. Now, last thing we're going to talk about here in TV movie news, there's spoiler right there. If you haven't seen the mid-season finale of The Walking Dead, you shouldn't listen to what I'm going to say. I'm going to give you a second. I'm only going to talk about it for like a minute, so fast forward. Go ahead. Did you fast forward? If you didn't, I warned you. What is being known as the bite heard around the world, more or less. The mid-season finale, they kept hyping it up that, watch the last moment everybody's going to be talking about. That moment is our boy Carl here got bit pretty bad too, up on the ribs. So he's screwed. That bite seems like it happened back when he was helping Sadiq when he fell into the deer carcass. That seems to be the most opportune time. That was a couple episodes ago. According to his father, there's talk that he might have been fired, and this might have been not originally what was planned, but now, well, it's what's happening. He is still signed on for one more episode, at least, so we will see him in the the return back in February, probably where he dies. Something bad's gonna happen, but he don't look that good there. This is definitely one of those we need to hear a little bit more about it. Rumors can go back and forth, and I let you know rumors are rumors, but there's talk that he bought a house recently down in the Sonora area, and he was gonna be around for a couple more years, wasn't going anywhere, but well, he's gonna be dead. So spoilers. That's gonna do it for TV and movie news. We're gonna be showing you some stuff from PSX, so stay tuned. I got stuff to say. Yeah. And with some video game news. One of the big things that was a surprise to many we are getting a remastered version of Medieval. Sir Daniel is coming back to the PS4 sometime, speculated in 2018. Now, it is just a remaster. It's just, you know, let's see the pretty graphics on an old game, but much love for Sir Daniel. Awesome to see him coming back. One announcement that wasn't said, speaking of old games, that I would still love to see is there's been hints and rumors that we might be getting a new siphon filter in the works, but nothing yet. But I think it's pretty cool to get this announced. Looking forward to that. In other video game news, for the fans of the fighting games, we got a new Soul Calibur announcement. Soul Calibur 7, I think, 8, 9, whatever number we're on. But there is going to be a new Soul Calibur coming out for the PS4 and the Xbox One sometime, again, maybe 2018. A lot of these announcements were kind of like, eventually, so. But getting Soul Calibur, that was always a fun game. Not Onimushu. Maybe Onimushu? I don't know. People in there. It was a good fighting game, you know. I still like Tekken. I still prefer Tekken, but it was definitely pretty cool. So, good to hear more love for Soul Calibur. I don't know. So exciting, right? Those are just a couple small articles, you know. Now we're going to get to the beans. The beans, as I said before that little aftercut. Now, there was a certain studio at PSX that had a couple things to say. And, well, let's just say that PSVR is going to be getting 2 games upcoming. We're going to throw them both side by side here. It has been announced that both Rick and Morty, the Rick Virtuality, as well as Accounting Plus, are both going to be coming out to the PlayStation VR. Couldn't be happier for these two. That's fucking awesome. This game I watched. Damn, there we go. Over here somewhere. It's hard to point sometimes with this thing. It's over here. I watched another YouTuber do a full play of parts of it, and what they showed and what I've seen is actually a lot more. Their line was always really long, so I didn't really get a chance to demo it, but hey, who cares? It comes out next week. So yeah, looking so forward to that. And the Rick and Morty game, again, super long lines. We'll get into that when we talk PSX a little bit more, and we show off some photos. That's coming out not till sometime next year, but this over here, somewhere over here, it's hard to point at a weird screen that I'm facing, is coming out next week. Pre-order it now. It's only $12, $11.99. Yeah, that game so can't wait. And Rick and Morty when that comes out. Yeah. Oh, so good. And we're gonna let that segue into our next thing. As I said, we were gonna talk about the PlayStation experience, and I won't be able to show you everything, but I'm gonna show you some stuff. For starters, I'm not the biggest fan of fighting games. I don't really follow a lot of stuff. But they had the Street Fighter World Cup thing there, which I actually sat in and watched a couple rounds of matches, whatever you want to say. Fairly entertaining. Not sure who the winner was because I didn't stick around that long. But you know, they had a really nice setup in the auditorium there, so thought that was pretty cool. Thought I'd make a quick note of that. The PlayStation experience itself, the lines suck. There's a lot of games there, but really your odds of playing much aren't really, yeah. But one of the things I got to play, the very first thing I got to play was, before it got officially released, the Not a Hero DLC for Resident Evil 7. Now, I'm going to be doing a live stream of that later tonight. That's still going to happen. I don't have a clock over there. I don't know why I looked over there. But I got to play about 5-10 minutes of it, give or take. And, so, yeah, I'm going to start that pretty much once I'm done with this. It's actually, I'm doing this right now while it's updating the file, so that's a thing. In other things, a game that kind of disappeared, The Forest, they actually had a presence there. They had a playable demo, videos, not a huge like display or anything, but stop jumping around. The Forest is back. Now this game was talked about back when the PS4 like first came out. It was one of the big The Forest is coming. And sorry, ADD. But yeah, it's actually coming out. They're hoping 2018. So that's pretty cool. In other video game stuff, Far Cry 5. Hey, another thing I actually got to play. I had to wait in line for a while, but they had a full, like, kind of saloon bar thing. I'm gonna jump this. I'm gonna jump it over here just to make it stop jumping as much. But yeah, Far Cry 5 had a really cool, big playable demo. This big saloon kind of bar like setup. Found it quite enjoyable. My only gripe with that is the demo I got to play had boundaries, and if you got outside the boundary, like, essentially you had to load, so it just took more of your time because you were kind of on a timed basis to play it. Here's a thing. The Inpatient. Yeah, the sign kind of cut off, and I really don't care because I didn't get to play it. Because the big grip I had about the PlayStation experience was, yeah, this little app you had to use on your phone to register and reserve your spot, and they filled up like that. As soon as it was like 1 o'clock, you can register. Less than a second, they were already full. So there's a lot of things that a lot of people didn't get to play, and I heard many people that weren't thrilled about that stuff. So that's a thing. And other things I didn't get to play because why not? They had, for the upcoming remaster, remake, whatever the hell it's going to be, Shadow of Colossus on PS4, they had a giant Colossus you could actually get up on and take a picture, provided you went through all their loops and bells and whistles that I didn't do. So that's another thing that existed that I didn't really get to do. But then again, like, yeah, Blasphemy, I had never really cared about that game. I just thought their display piece was pretty cool. So, wanted to show that up. Now, I'm torn because there are two really, really cool displays. And let me see if I can bring them both up at the same time here. That'd be way too easy if I could. So instead, I'm going to stall for time. I'm going to stall because I can. I guess we'll go with this one. Alright, this isn't the best picture. I guess I had a... Load. Son of a bitch. I had a better video of it. That is just a little... Just a snidbit of the Days Gone booth. They had, I think, the coolest booth because I love post-apocalyptic stuff. They had actors actually as zombies, or as freakers, sorry, behind cages, and trying to grab at you. No playable demos, tier. They had a photo op on a motorcycle, which was kind of cool, but, like, just the whole setup, like, that picture doesn't give it proper justice. It was freaking awesome. But the only thing that rivaled that is Detroit Being Humans. And we're back with Detroit Being Human. The only problem, their booth was awesome. They had a playable demo, but it was another one of those you had to register, so I didn't play it. A lot of people didn't play it. But the coolest part is each and every person you see here in white was an actor that was essentially as an android. And they were committed. Like, these people were just, there was a weird, eerie presence about it. I even got a video of them when they were, I'm guessing, going on lunch break, but they were walking single file, and it was odd. But, they had a really, really cool booth. Just cool. I'm assuming the game's good. Wouldn't know, didn't get to play it. There's a lot of things I didn't get to play that I would have liked to play, but here's the silver lining. There's the silver lining in all of that fun, and we're going to put it down here because I already loaded it down here. So, as much as I hated the app got me this. And I wasn't even, A, I didn't even know he was going to be there. B, he filled up immediately because I didn't know he was going to be there. But C, randomly checking something, I got in on a spot to meet, as I said in the earlier talking about the two VR games, Justin Rowland of Rick and Morty, of Squanch Games, of so many things. That's me, as with my little Delson infamous cosplay thing going on there, and that's Justin Rowland, somewhere over here. So that was the only highlight. I didn't get to meet Nolan North. I've already met Troy Baker, but I didn't get to meet him here because those things filled up immediately. So Um, it was fun. It was more of an expo than a convention. I wish they had more vendors, like legit vendors. No, there's no artist alley, nothing like that. Um, would I go again? Probably, but I would go with a very different mindset than I went into this. But when in doubt, I met Justin Rowland, so I don't care. That makes up for a lot of that makes up for all of this crap. So yeah, that's just a little summary of the PlayStation experience. Um, that's gonna take the place of Wrestling 3 count because I don't care this week. There's no Matt Hardy's been laughing a lot. That's really all we need, I think. Go Google it. It's weird. He's awoken. He's broken. I don't know what's going on with him. I don't know. But I got 2 quick reviews coming up. We're gonna try to make it quick. I don't want this show to drag like last week or 2 weeks ago. Whenever it was. That was a long show. So sit tight. 2 quick reviews. Movies and TV. Yeah, 2 quick reviews for you. And the first one is so tiny. He's up there. I saw Murder on the Orient Express, and it was a movie. As we do, we'll dive into that spoilers in the after show, or the afterthoughts, whatever we call it. I don't even know. It has no name. Johnny Depp, Michelle Pfeiffer, a bunch of other people. Willem Dafoe. Hey, need him still to sign that poster back there. But it was good. I enjoyed it. It was kind of a whodunit mystery. Somebody gets murdered on a train. Everybody could be a suspect. Who actually did it? I found the opening when we're introduced to the inspector as to be the best part of the movie. I don't know. The ending was kind of but we'll get into that. Overall, to make this short, sweet, and simple, rent, buy, or pass. Rent. I'd say if you like mysteries, it was good. Not bad. So that's a thing. Yeah, one more review coming up. Gotta wait for it. Alright. So, it might be December. This has obviously been out since October. I just finished it last night because I don't have Netflix, so I kind of use girlfriend's Netflix when I have the time. So thank you, Caroline. But I just watched the final episode last night, so I am a bit late to talk about it, but I just want to quickly do a short little review. So good. This season was awesome. It was filled with a lot of good moments. It was just good. It's good. Watch it. Rent, buy, or pass. All of them. Except pass. No. Just watch it. Get back up there. There you go. No real spoilers I can really tell you at this moment, but it was good. The cast was good. The story was good. It had one filler episode. If you've seen it, you know what I mean. Which was good for some parts, but at the same time, it's like, eh. So, but then again, Walking Dead does that all the time. So, yeah. Go watch it. I finally did. You do it too. So, that's going to end it for reviews, and that will actually end it for this week's show as I make that go away. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching, as you do. Different camera angle. We're trying something a little different. Stuff's over here, there, whatever. Blue. So, stick around till after the thing, and maybe I'll tell you a couple things. Nothing too big spoiler-wise, but, if you don't want no spoilers, I'll tell you spoilers. But, until then, do all those things and more. Until the next video. Hey, so spoilers, Johnny Depp is the one who dies in this movie, and everybody on the train, except for the main inspector and the main inspector's friend who owns the train or operates the train, killed him. He was stabbed by every single person. They all did it. They all had a reason, because he apparently was a criminal dude who killed a baby or something. I don't know. But yeah, everybody did it. And the end, we're left with the decision of, does the inspector, now knowing that everybody did it, does he, like, bring justice and for the killer, or does he let them all go? He lets them all go. So, you're left to think about that for yourself. Is his murder, is 12, 13, however many people murdering this one man for what he did, does it justify the means? Does murder justify murder? You're left to think about that one all on yourself, by yourself. So, you do that. Yeah, that's the thing. So, I'm assuming by now you've watched Stranger Things, you know about it. You probably got through all season 2 in like a day and a half. It took me a couple months, again, no Netflix. Happy ending, 11 closes the gate, Will, the thing, leaves him. They figure that all out. But it does, they've already said season 3, and, you know, getting through the end of episode 9, the final episode this season, I was kind of trying to be, what's going to be the concept of season 3? There's got to be something. Well, the giant shadow monster that you see up there, he's not necessarily gone, because the end of the show, we kind of, the school dance, and then the upside down, and he's still there. So, we haven't got rid of the giant sky shadow monster thing. But the introduction of the new character Max was pretty good. Her brother's a dick, but he got what was coming to him finally. He didn't die, though. Sean Astin died, so that was sad. He didn't deserve it, but I think the best scene is still the conspiracy theorist dude sitting outside of the big facility as they're closing it, as all the MPs are going away, and he's just sitting there waving, and the one MP guy just gives him the finger as they drive by. That's gotta be I don't know, that scene was awesome. I loved it. He says, ah! So, that was good. Yeah, I'm gonna end it there. Boom!